everybody out there in Facebook land. Hello, hello. It's Friday. And apparently I am green with envy for some reason. Envy that I do not have a beverage in my hand, very likely. Welcome to the live stream, you guys. We are only on Facebook Live right now. We're having little technical difficulties with Twitch, so I apologize that we are not streaming on Twitch right now. We will get that fixed for the 3 o'clock hour. So hello again, everybody. I know it is exactly 12 o'clock on the dot. We'll give you guys a little bit more time to get all in here, get viewing, get the video up. Even if you are still at work, you can keep this video up. We don't have subtitles on right now, obviously, because it's live, but we will make sure we get subtitles on for when we re-upload this. So happy Friday, you guys. Thanks again for joining us today for our double feature for live streams that we've got going on. We're here at noon in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and we will be back again at 3 with a lot more really cool stuff that we've got going on. At 3 o'clock, we're going to do a paint demo. We're going to talk about, put on some more masks, talk about some other things that we've got coming up here at CFX, and all that good stuff. But for now, we're here. I'm going to give you a little bit of a recap of what happened on Wednesday. We did live streams on Wednesday as well. Just want to let you guys know that we are here, back in the shop at CFX, taking all orders from you guys. We do have a few things in stock. We obviously can take your order for any need to order masks or gloves or anything else you might need. If you need some body cards and intestines and all that good stuff, we are 100% taking orders for you guys. We do have a few things in stock, like I mentioned. Some of the things around me are our stock items. We are still tentatively slated to go to Texas Haunters Convention in 2 weeks. However, we are very closely monitoring the situation with the outbreaks in Texas right now. So we're doing our due diligence, and if we don't end up going to that convention for A, B, or C, we will make sure that all of these guys that we have slated to go with us for that convention are up on our in-stock page. I think I saw Skippy say something about this other Igor we have over here. Josh just panned away from it, but that's totally fine. Yeah, we have some new paint schemes on some of our classic favorites, as well as some of our new masks. So Igor's gotten a lot of love. You know, we have our Mermaid Roxy, who's got a modification, or she is a modification, same thing with Bathory. And then our wonderful Universal lineup, which is behind me. Speaking of, those are a licensed item. Licensed items are limited. We will not have that license forever, so I highly recommend, if you want to bring these guys home, to bring them home as soon as possible, because there's a likelihood they will not be around forever. Remember the Marvel license? Same thing. We only had it for a short window of time. So if you're feeling the need for Creature or Formaldehyde Face or Frankenstein in your life, place that order now. And speaking of placing orders, we are doing free domestic shipping still. We are continuing that promotion from March, from when we did our Fans World show. So we are doing free domestic shipping that is just within the continental United States. You'll use the code TW2020 online, or make sure you mention it in an email to us if you have some modification requests. But yeah, guys, so that's kind of what's going on with us here at CFX. We're back in the shop. We're rocking and rolling. We're doing a whole bunch of really fun stuff. We're making masks. Apparently, Creature's a little bit dirty because he was too close to Frankenstein, it looks like. He's got some shedding happening over here. But for Creature, as well as all of our Universal masks that we have, they come in 2 color options. They come in their classic grayscale, the black and whites, in addition to a full colored option. So we have the 2 fully colored options on display here for Frankenstein and They Live, but they do come in the classic grayscale, the black and white there. And you obviously showed Skippy over there. Do you want to bump some UV lights? Because he's got a lot of UV going on. My favorite feature about this guy is his gold tooth. Jen did that, and it was just like the bee's knees, in my opinion. That's not quite UV. There we go. There Bam! So that was probably loud, you guys. But look at this awesomeness. We're calling him Toxic, obviously. It's funny, he's almost the same color as my Green Lantern ring. But literally just came out of the paint room yesterday. I love it. I love it so hard. The only downside, his tooth doesn't glow in black light, which is totally fine. I wouldn't expect it to. But yeah, in comparison to his Vaporwave up there in the corner, that's a different UV paint scheme we have on Igor up there. We like the UV, if you guys can't tell.
Especially with this mask, it just kind of really lends itself.
Totally based off that surfer punk, rat fink vibes, that floating eyeball kind of thing. It's a really unique mask. I know a lot of people weren't really sure what to think about it when we first started releasing some of the sculpture pictures of it, but I think people were really blown away by the different variations that we have of him. I took down the other one. He's sitting back there for us to try on a little bit later. But yeah, guys, obviously we can do pretty much anything that you guys request. If you have a special request for paint, if you want something in UV that's not normally UV, we can absolutely do that. If you want something to have some clown makeup on it, we can absolutely do that. If you want something to have some horns that didn't have horns, we can do that. Like I said, pretty much anything your heart or your nightmares desire, we can make happen. Most of the modification options aren't really available on our website, like if you have some extensive stuff that you would like to do. So shoot us an email at info@compositeeffects.com. You either speak to me or Jonathan, who's our office manager, and we will all get you rocking and rolling, get you taken care of, and all that good stuff. Now, we were going to do some Q&As at the end, but do we have anything that we need to address immediately? I do know we have some try-ons that were requested on Wednesday that we didn't get to, but we will get to, if not at the end of this segment, then at our 3 o'clock segment.
Everyone just saying hello.
Hello, happy Friday. Are you guys excited it's Friday? I'm excited it's Friday. Like I said earlier,
I am.
I know it's only noon. It's only 10 o'clock back on the West Coast right now. Even earlier if you're in Hawaii, or later if you're in the UK or anywhere else. So wherever you are watching from, hello. Hope you're having a wonderful day or had a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys tuning in with us on these live streams. I know we haven't gotten to see any of you this year at any conventions, and so we're definitely missing that engagement. We miss seeing you guys. We miss seeing the awe of you guys getting into these masks. So we know this isn't quite exactly what you wanted or expected from this year, but we're here to help you, to facilitate as much as possible all this good stuff. And if you guys didn't know, I'm sure you do know, I'm Tabitha. This is Josh. You see a lot of you see a lot of us at the trade shows we go to, and we are definitely missing you guys. So thank you guys for tuning in. We want to know more about what you guys want to see from more live streams, because we definitely do want to do more.
One thing that Tio wants to know is the UV paint jobs on the mask. All the paint jobs, as a matter of fact, they do have it is a proprietary paint system that we use here. It's silicone based.
Yes.
And so not really. You wouldn't want to use the same paint system that we use on the masks out of production to do a repaint on them. You'd want to use a 1-part silicone, and then there's you can look that up on YouTube. There's a lot of ways of doing it, but it's thinned down 1-part silicone mixed with your favorite pigment, and then you can paint that.
He's always pops in every now and then. He's usually behind the camera. He's the one making all the other stuff happening. I'm just here to look good and sling some silicone, as it were. But yeah, guys, we definitely want to do more live streams, maybe a few a month. So we're trying to figure out the best content for that, what you guys really want to see from us, aside from, of course, more masks and more mask demos. And if you want to see us on any other platform, obviously Facebook Live is one of our best avenues and channels that we have right now. But we are trying to stream on Twitch. But do you want to see us anywhere else? Would you prefer to see us on multiple platforms? Let us know, because we are working on different simulcast scenarios. People are really digging that Igor. Yeah.
And you see it has a fade in there to it, so it's not just pure white.
Jen gave it kind of a John to see-ish look to
But Tio, to answer your question, there's no UV lights on it right now, and so it looks just as good without the UV lights on it. I'm gonna go to UV for you. And then that's in just a straight UV. All right. And yeah, so this green one is in stock right now. That one is available. You see it kind of gets that constellation look. in there when it's in the UV with that fading paint job.
Yeah, I really dig that.
I
haven't gotten any pictures of him yet. He came out of the paint room yesterday, and I stole him off the shelf once he was dry to bring him over here to show you guys. So he's not on the website right now, but he will be probably by Monday or Tuesday. He'll be available as an option. And like I was saying earlier, a lot of these guys are technically in stock, but they're slated to come with us to a trade show. We will know probably by next week what the dealio is with that trade show, because we are trying to be mindful and be aware of the situation with the world and everything like that. I love how we never exactly address it because we don't want to get flagged for anything.
Tia, back to the UV. Most of the paint jobs aren't any more expensive. Sometimes you're looking at maybe a $50 modification fee, depending on how much UV you want to go with. But there are masks that just come standard with the UV, like the Archangel mask, right there, that guy. He comes with UV on him. I think Igor, we are offering the UV as a standard paint scheme.
Yeah, there are a few different variations of Igor that are listed on the website. So our gory Igor is at one price point, and for anything with a lot of UV, so with the Vapor Wave, there's like 3 or 4 different levels of UV coloring going on. So there is a little bit of an upcharge on that one specifically because of that. So there is a good likelihood that this green toxic one will be, it's like Josh said, maybe $50 to $75 just more than our standard pricing that we have on them, just because there's so many layers.
So standard pricing on Igor is?
Testing my knowledge right now, I want to say he's $650.
Okay, so yeah, so
I don't have that cheat sheet with me because we're using it to film with right now.
So Igor normally $650. And again, I don't think that's that much of a paint modification. So we'd probably give us a call. We'll talk to you about that.
Yes, absolutely. If you guys have any like crazy specific requests, or you have a character in mind that you've seen someplace else, like from a specific movie or something, or a video game, or a comic book, or a creation that you've dreamt up that you want to bring to life, shoot us an email. We have a collection of over 150 characters, so many more characters than what you see here. We've got only about 60 here. And thousands of ways to customize them. As you can see, we have 2 extremely different versions of Igor. We can do color modification, wounds, like I was saying, horns, different paint, clown paint. We can do some hair. If we want to add eyebrows or a goatee or kind of like a wispy zombie wraparounds. We can do that. Like I was saying, a lot of those options may not be available specifically on the website. If you've got something in your brain, shoot us an email. We will talk with our team. We'll see if it's something that we can use one of our existing masks and just modify a little bit, or if it's something that's going to have to be custom.
And that's going to segue into answering Tia's question about any Emperor Palpatines. So we don't carry the Star Wars license or any of the Disney licenses. And so we're not going to market any masks like that, but we can definitely modify some of our existing masks into custom paint schemes or add horns or wrinkles and other stuff like that, if you kind of get what I'm saying.
On May the 4th, because it was May the 4th, because we're all nerds here, I did have a post up on Instagram and Facebook just with some of the Jedi and Sith type modifications of masks that we have done. I think a Palpatine was in that little list, and if it wasn't in that picture, then it was definitely commented below. But yes, we have the ability to do multiple different characters from multiple different sources, but we can't call them certain things because we don't have that license. So for example, we could call him Creature from the Black Lagoon because we've worked with Universal and we've gotten their approval for not just the sculpt and the way that it looks, but also calling it Creature from the Black Lagoon. We could do a certain grooming, I guess hero from a certain dark city that's got some pointy triangles on the side of his head, but we can't call him a specific name because obviously that falls into licensing. But we can do it. So if your heart desires it, very likely we can do it. Shoot us an email. We'll send you over some examples if we've already done it on ones that we've done. And if not, we'll talk with our team and we'll see what we can make happen for you.
Yeah, with the licensing thing, if we're doing a custom one-off, a custom commission for somebody, it does open the door for a few things. Obviously, the customer has to pay for it a little bit because it's not something that we can add to our catalog. So yeah, any of the modifications tend to run full price on it, but yeah, totally can do it.
Yeah, so I know, I think one of the things we're going to cover this segment was just some frequently asked questions that we get here at CFX, and we kind of just covered 2 of them. We do get a lot of requests or questions regarding.
Hey, can you make custom masks?
Yeah, and absolutely, the answer is yes. Like I was saying earlier, we can usually modify one of our existing characters into what you're looking for, but we also do fully custom sculpts. That really depends on our current workload and your price point, to be honest with you, because it is something we have to do completely from the ground up. We hand sculpt everything here in-house. So we do have a member of our team sitting out there sculpting. It's usually Brett, who is our GM, or Ken, who's our owner. But
I'm going to segue right into this and steal this.
Actually,
we are looking for sculptors here at CFX.
Yes.
I would prefer to get someone in-house, someone that's here in Louisiana and Baton Rouge. It's a great little place to live. Tabby and I moved from California out here, and we absolutely love it. Yeah, it does get hot and a little humid, but that's only this time of the year.
It's 91 in here right now.
Well, not in here. I got the air
here in general right now, and it says it's mostly cloudy, but I guarantee you, if we go outside, it's not been.
You'll get some really great career opportunities in the sculpting world. You will be directly responsible for sculpting out some of our masks and new designs. I'm not allowed to tell you exactly what I have in store right now, but I have multiple mask designs that I just need a sculptor to come out and get them done for me.
Or if you guys are an illustrator and you either do hand drawings or you can work in ZBrush.
Some of you guys that did design and mask contests, I'm going to be reaching out to you because your designs, while we might not have picked the design itself, your illustrations were amazing. And so, yeah, if you guys have any interest in helping us out with that, let me know. It's josh@compositeffects.com is my email. Yeah, reach out to me, and I would love to talk to you. Put together a little portfolio. Let me see what you've done in the past. Even if you've never done anything with silicone, let me know. I'd love to see what you have. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's it. Going back.
So I knew that we were going to segue into that. So yes, if you are interested, if you are local, or even if you can do a little short-term stint out here.
Yeah, I am looking at possible contract sculptors as well. But there are some logistical challenges to that we're still working out. For those of you, I have reached out to some of you. I don't know if any of you guys are watching right now. If you are watching, know that I'm still working on things. I have to figure out how to get you a core and keep everything proprietary and everything.
There's a few logistics involved with that, but we are. So if you are in the area, or if you are good at digital sculpting or illustrations.
If you're good at Blender. ZBrush.
That's it. Blender's the other one. I forgot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so josh@compositeffects.com. That's COMPOSITEEFFECTS.com, not FX.
She has to dance when she does it, or she messes it up?
I do. It helps me with my memory. A lot of people put composite and then FX. It like F and then X. That's not it. I appreciate that, but that's not going to get to us. So yes, we are hiring for sculptors over at now.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, if you're a good sculptor, reach out to me as quickly as possible because I got work for you, and I have a bunch of stuff that I want to get done as quickly as possible.
So obviously we are working on new designs. I know Jake, I don't know if he's watching this segment. I know he was watching with us on Wednesday.
No, of course, Jake's not going to watch the segment where we actually talk about new stuff. That way when he does come back, it's going to be like, hey, you guys got any new sculpts?
We joke with Jake because Jake has been a family friend.
He was an intern here. He actually worked in the shop.
We've got a lot of inside jokes, but he's a good guy, but we make fun of him just a smidge. So we do have a lot of new stuff in the works. We have a lot of new ideas. Obviously, this quarantine that we all had for a hot minute had our brains flying.
It did slow us down a little bit. Not too much.
Yeah, it did slow us down, so we weren't able to get some things out as quickly as we wanted to get out, or do things in a better time frame. We anticipated a lot of different things from 2020, you guys. I'm sure you guys did too. But we're rocking and rolling. We're moving right ahead. We're making sure that we're all in the right places in order to bring you guys some really awesome things. Hopefully before the end of the year, we'll have some other really cool things to show you before we move into all of our new releases for 2021.
All right. Carrie would love to see Night Sisters as an inspiration on a mask.
I know
we would too.
Yeah, Carrie and I have
Yep.
kind of gone back and forth a few few times. About
Tio wants to know, do we work with other houses, for instance, to make wings and creature parts? Yes, usually in film when we're doing a film project. A lot of times when you hear us talking about other projects in the shop, that's what it is. You know, we do film work.
Yeah.
We are one of the bigger prop houses out here in the South,
Yeah.
and so.
Service prop shop. So even if we don't carry a lot of things in house, we have the ability to make pretty much anything. I think around this time last year we were doing those hornets' nests.
Yep.
We were doing the stool. We were doing I think there was the axe and
Yep.
a knife for a production that was going on. We were doing some other.
It is the
magical
Scales of
things.
Justice
Yes,
for the
Scales of
Halloween
Justice.
thing.
So we are a full-service prop shop. We work a lot, like Josh was saying, with local productions, whether it's film, small film, large-scale film, independent TV, and all that good stuff. And so
Yeah, you got a small independent film you're working on? Let us know. We do a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
If we do blood effects, we do the masks, obviously, and appliances, makeup. Even though we are kind of going away from that a little
we
bit.
can help you design your makeup
Yep.
and stuff like that. So even if we can't facilitate actually applying the makeup, we can help your team kind of figure out creatively which direction you want to go. And if we can assist, we absolutely will assist.
And we like to do like stunt weapons and stuff like that.
I
So
have these still out here, but I put them all back. There should be the axe right there and the hammer. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, these are some of our prop weapons. Obviously, they look great, but they're totally safe. Well, this is a little hard, so this is more, you wouldn't want to use this to actually hit somebody with. But this is all foam. It's all good stuff.
and we want to do realistic movie quality props, which is why you don't really see a whole lot of it on the haunt market. If you have a haunted house and you wanted CFX to do all your stuff for you, that would make my dream come true. I would love to do something like that, since that's my background. But yeah, no, we can do everything for you. We can fully design out an escape room. Pretty good for not practicing in a while.
Right, I know. I was
right.
really nervous.
I got to get
All right,
to
so
these
we
questions
got some
here.
questions. Go ahead and-
Any pig masks? And Brian answered that for us. Yes, our Purvis. We will slide over real quick. Sorry if I just gave you whiplash with that quick camera move.
I punched with
And then,
Stitch.
yeah, punching the other masks.
So yeah, Purvis, he's probably one of my favorites. I would love for us to do a female fit for Purvis or a female fit pig pretty soon. I am biased. One of my long-running haunted house characters is a pig girl, pig face. So I'm a little biased, but I love Purvis.
She has a custom silicone mask.
I do.
Not from CFX. She's a trader when it comes to that.
Before I worked here, okay, I can have some variety in my life. But no, I do love Purvis. This is just his peach version. We can do a wild boar, so he's all like kind of brown. He's got some hair. He's got some tusks. One of my favorite versions of him, he's got slop, just everywhere. It's so gross, but I love the gross. I wouldn't be here if I didn't love the gross. And his ears are probably also one of my favorite parts. I like the wiggly and jiggly ears.
So let's see here. Skippy says he loves the live feeds. Nick wants us to try a Jack the Ripper mask on.
Okay.
We'll try and make that happen for you,
I will add
Nick.
that to my list
Um,
for the 3 o'clock.
Pariah Mike says just dance it out. I think that was when you were dancing. And he
Definitely not
loves the
dancing.
bottom right with the finger crown. Pestilence. Right there.
Part of our horsemen, our 4 horsemen series. I think we've got 2 of the 4 horsemen up here right now.
So we got Xavier from Belgium, fan from Belgium, wanted to say how impressed he is with our work.
Hi,
Thank you,
Xavier.
thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so much.
There's a team of us here that do it. So
Yeah, it's not just Josh and I. That would be a hot mess.
yeah, no,
It was just the
it
two
would
of
not
us.
look nearly as good.
We
I'll
just
tell you
make
that right now.
everything look good.
Let's see. Brian's got a clown version of Jack the Ripper. It's a super comfortable mask, one of his favorites.
Yes.
Carrie says, "Are those like LARPer weapons?" Yes.
Yes, absolutely. It can totally be LARP weapons.
Yeah.
It can totally be cosplay weapons. So if you have, like we were saying, if you do LARP events or you do Renaissance fairs where you want it to look as realistic as possible, but you need it to be safe so that people can interact with you, versus you doing the actual weapon expositions, these are great options. We have a few members of our team who do LARP events, as a matter of fact, and they have used some of the weapons from here. Same thing with cosplays. I'm a big convention, cosplayer. Doohickey. Words are important. I used to cosplay a lot, and obviously, having real weapons for cosplays looks good, but it's not safe when you go to conventions or cosplay meetups. So These
And a lot of
weapons are
convention
perfect
halls
for
now, won't allow.
Absolutely, they will not allow real weapons, or even weapons that look too weapons that look too real. They do tag them. They don't let you pull them out. It's quite frustrating from a cosplayer and costumer standpoint, but I understand, the safety aspect of it. But these kind of eliminate that. That way, you are completely safe.
And obviously, we had a request to zoom in on the pumpkin.
So that's
and
the
his
same
pulp.
pain. You can get him with or without pulp. You can get him with or without moss. You can get him UV if you want UV. I have some pictures of that I need to edit. Once the customer gets the UV variant, it's like a flaming jack-o'-lantern. It was awesome.
Tio, yes, there is a future LED mask in the works. Obviously, some other people beat us to the punch on getting it out there, even though we were working on it. I can't reveal it. It's part of the new lineup of masks that we have coming out. Again, you heard that correctly, a new lineup of masks. So just let me finish getting the R&D developed on it, and yes, we will have a mask with new LED lights.
Do we have a lot of questions? It seems like people are kind of...
No, well, yeah. So we have the like Skippy says, there's a giant list for try-ons.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Carrie says, sorry to bug, but could you summarize Tabitha's weapon rundown for me later?
Yes, I will make sure I put that in the comments about the weapons for you, Carrie.
Yep. Let's see.
I know I talk a lot, I talk fast, and I know that there has been a little bit of audio issues, so we're trying to make sure that we are getting that taken care of. But yes, all the questions that you guys ask, we do try to go back through the comments and answer via a comment as well. That way, everybody can see the answer to your question.
And Gary, no problem. There are seeds on there, and so you can request it with even more seeds or less seeds,
Super seeds
or
no seeds.
Robert says loves us, giving us a shout out.
Thank you, Robert.
Robert, yes, thank you.
Sorry, we're doing this on my phone, guys. We're trying to keep up with all the comments.
Yep. Is that Igor green? If Texas Hunters happens and someone does not buy that green Igor during the stream, he will make it to Texas Hunters.
Yes.
Okay, so let's try some masks on.
Want to do that real quick?
Well, what else did you have something else?
I had just a few common questions that we get, but I mean, if you for masks on, that's...
No, go ahead and do that, and I'm going to grab that Jack the Ripper.
So one of the questions we get asked a lot is basically how to put the mask on and off yourself. And so Josh is going to illustrate that in a hot minute for you. But one of our most common questions is how long can you wear the mask for? And you can wear them for pretty much as long as you're comfortable with wearing them. Some people only want or need to wear them for a few minutes for a quick photo shoot. We've designed our masks with the haunted house in mind. So Josh and I also own our own haunted attraction, and we have worn them for other events, and our actors have worn them for upwards of
7 to 8 hours.
7 to 8 hours at a time on the extreme. But we do recommend taking as many breaks as you need, because the masks are so easy on and easy off. It does lend itself to take as many breaks
So
as you need.
for our haunt, while we're in operation, I'll have anywhere from 15 to 25 masks in use at any point. The actors go and they run for about 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Then they get their 15 to 20 minute break where we actually take the masks off and let them get a full break on it. Then they put the mask back on. And then they get a second break like halfway through the night for like 5 minutes where they usually just leave the mask on and just step out of the scene and take a break.
And the beauty of these masks is that, like I said, it is an easy on and easy off, as Josh is demonstrating right now. It does kind of become a learned behavior for how to best put the mask on yourself. Everybody has a little bit of a different way to do it, but
the
there
idea is
are...
to stretch the mask though,
Yes.
and then get it over your head and then stretch it forward so it sits on your face. You don't want to be pulling it over your face.
Yes, basically. So we have an older how to put your mask on and off video. We are going to be redoing that soon because, as you can see, Josh can use any baby powder.
No baby powder, no alcohol.
We don't really recommend using any baby powder. It doesn't help with the mask adhesion to your face process. It doesn't always even help it slip over your face, and it just gets clogged up in the mask. Very few times do we use it, and it's usually at trade shows for people who have never put a mask on. because it does become a little bit of a learned behavior.
So if you see us at the trade show, you'll see that we'll let anyone try the masks on.
Yes.
That's part of the whole thing, is to get the mask on and see what it feels like. So in order to do that, sometimes we have to initiate somebody into the whole process that have never tried a mask on. Even a latex mask, they don't even have any idea what to do. So sometimes we have some tricks to help get the mask on them, and then we'll teach them the proper way of doing it once they're comfortable.
And it's when we use it, it's a dash, like literally a dash, because that's all you need. So with that, we don't recommend the baking powder. We do recommend using alcohol for gloves, just because that does help your hands slip into the gloves better. Josh did demonstrate that at our 3 o'clock hour from Wednesday, so you can go back and check that out if you haven't already. And when we update our how to put your mask on video, we will also make sure we update with the glove section as well. So Josh, why don't you go over here and take that mask off real quick so people can be shown how...
Let me just make sure we're all good here. Hold on one second.
He's too busy worrying about his comments, his fans.
All my adoring fans. Let's see. So Brian's worn his Jack the Ripper and Imp mask for 5 hours before each. Yeah, especially the lighter masks.
Yes.
You could wear those all night long.
Yeah, the ones that aren't built up as much definitely lend to them being a little bit more comfortable to wear for longer periods of time. Obviously, something with like torque is going to be a little bit harder to navigate for all those hours, just because there's a lot going on with that mask. But yeah, some of the masks, I know I've been one personally for about 7.5 to 8 hours.
Yeah. Stay hydrated. That's the key.
Absolutely, stay
Because
hydrated.
you know you're gonna sweat, so just stay hydrated.
And yes, you are unfortunately going to sweat. A lot of people ask, how do you combat the sweat? Take breaks. Wear a moisture-wicking balaclava.
Don't drink a whole lot of alcohol the night before.
Definitely don't go out partying too hardy the night before, because you do sweat that alcohol out and it just doesn't feel very comfortable either. But staying hydrated is super key, because you do sweat a lot. There's not a whole lot we can do with that. We're trying to do some stuff to figure out better ways to combat that heat. Like right now, we do have some of our face-only masks, which have some strapping in the back. Like this guy right here, also with haunters in mind, or people who just need a quick face or a quick change.
You'd wear it with a hood or a wig.
Absolutely. Or who don't need the fully encapsulated masks like that guy is.
I got a mask on.
Take your face off.
Okay. So again, to take it off, guys, I have the way that I do it, where it's just kind of rolling the back up, and then I stretch it out and over. We'll teach people also to go in at the chin and to lift straight up. So let me do it on the chin, since that tends to be a safer method.
Well, if you're not as familiar with taking masks off or putting them on,
And just like that.
there you go.
Again, so I also like to go, and when I have it on, once I roll the neck over like that, I'll stretch it out on the back and then pull it out and over as well. The idea is you don't want to be sticking your fingers through the mask, where I can see my individual fingers like that. That's not a good thing.
And also, you don't want to be wearing any jewelry. So anytime that I put a mask on or help somebody put a mask on, I take all of my rings off. My watch is fine because there's no sharp points on that. Even this ring that's very blunt and there's no sharp edges to it, there's just a lot going on, so I just take it off completely. Same thing if you have any earrings or other facial piercings. If your piercings have like ball studs on them, they're usually fine, but you don't want anything sharp or pointy coming into contact with the mask, because that's how little holes will happen, and then little holes when you stretch the silicone will eventually become tears. But other than that, the silicone is rather durable. The rubber itself is rated to last at least 20 years. And we've been in business for at least 15 going on-ish now.
Yep.
So,
14 solid years.
Yeah, and so if you take care of the mask, which is very basic and very minimal, the mask will take care of you from years. Do we have some questions?
I know there's a question about it. If we sold the balaclavas, yeah, you can order the balaclavas through us. Those are the fabric
We're on a back order right now.
headwear, but you can order them from us. They just may not be right there.
You can also order them off of Amazon if we are out of stock at the moment.
Carrie would like to know, can you throw Nadia on?
I have to take all my hair down. Tune in at 3 o'clock.
Carrie, she'll do it at the 3 o'clock hour for you. I will make her, so I'll tell her to be prepared.
I will be less gorgeous. No, I'm kidding. I will make sure that I take my hair down, so I've got a whole bunch of bobby pins in it. Yeah, it's gonna be a hot mess. But yes, I will.
All right. So, all right. One last thing. Let's see here. Looking for a Pennywise looking mask with a price. We can paint any of our masks into any clown paint scheme that you like, and that includes the Pennywise look from either the older movie or the newer one.
The Tim Curry version, we have done that on our, oh my gosh, Martin. I think it was our Martin mask. So I'm getting approval over there, but yes, I'm correct. My brain works today. And the Jack the Ripper that Josh was just wearing, we've done the more recent version. Price point varies because there's quite a few alterations, and obviously here that gets involved. So shoot us an email at info@compositeffects.com. We'll show you some references of ones that we've done. You can let us know which one strikes your fancy better, and we can go from there.
Skippy wants to know, can throw on the Horseman of War and all the other and the Teratoma. Skippy, is that for me or is that for Tabby?
War, and so I'm gonna do all the try-ons for me at 3 o'clock because, like I said, I look too good right now. Just kidding. But Skippy, I do remember you saying that you wanted me to put on that Horseman of War, so we'll make sure we grab it for the 3 o'clock hour, and I will pop that guy on. I do have Teratoma on my list for also the 3 o'clock hour.
Okay.
I have the bloody one right there too.
Are we gonna make people come back and watch us at 3 o'clock?
Well, I mean, if they're still engaged, I mean, I guess we can do it now.
Yeah, I mean, people are watching. We're a little over a half hour. We've been trying to keep these things at about a half hour for you guys because sometimes we tend to just drone on and talk, and we want to keep it engaging and keep as many people watching as possible.
It's gonna take like 5 minutes. I just don't want
Yeah.
to be waiting.
Um,
That's all.
No, yeah, I was gonna say let's go ahead and let's hold off till the 3 o'clock hour
So we'll
because
do
we're at 35
try-ons
minutes
at
right
3
now.
o'clock. So I guess 3 o'clock is going to be try-ons and then hopefully a paint demo. We'll go and bother Jen. to see-
I'll do another glove demo as well of putting on gloves solo style, so that way you guys can see how to outfit yourself and not need to have, sorry, I'm getting distracted watching what she's doing and I can't talk because I know she's going to drop it.
No, I'm not. I'm good.
But okay.
All right, you guys. So,
Yeah, any last questions?
Any last questions or requests for Mask for us to try on in the 3 o'clock hour? We will make sure we read the comments. We will make sure we respond to a lot of your comments and hopefully answer your questions that we may have answered here in the live stream, but we will make sure we reiterate in the comments. So you guys, thanks for hanging in with us. Yeah, we went a little bit longer than we anticipated, but we can't complain if you guys are asking questions, hanging out and engaging. So, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys at 3 o'clock, and until then, stay creepy, my fiends. Give me a row reason to dance.